Joining me now is financial expert Gregg Murset. All right, Gregg, hard not to overspend.
Oh.
Tomorrow's a big day. I'm
Yes.
getting my list ready. Okay, but you've got 5 things that people need to
Yes.
be aware of before they click the button, starting with get organized.
I'm glad you said click. Don't be quick to click.
Yes.
Okay? It's so easy to, one-click buying.
Oh yeah,
and all
you
that
see all these
stuff.
deals.
It's just so easy, and so we got to really resist that. And I say get organized before you go in there, because if you start wandering around, you're going to buy stuff that you don't need probably.
Yeah, you even
So-
say get nerdy.
Yes, get nerdy. If you're that nerdy, get a spreadsheet going. If you're not quite that nerdy, pull up the Notes app on your phone, start making a list, start figuring things out. Don't wander around, because
Yeah.
you're going to get killed.
And the people who you want to shop for, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like Zoe already made
Rank
her
them,
Christmas
right?
gift. Yeah, exactly. Rank.
The best ones at the top. And
You said that before too, and I could not believe it. But you know what? There is some sense to that.
hey, you gotta be cheap, I guess, where you can.
Especially when there's a lot of people on your list. All right. So next up, you also say that use a debit card, that's kind of the opposite of what I've heard so many times, because people say use the credit card.
Use the credit card, get the points, all that stuff, right?
Yes.
If you use a debit card, you're not going to spend more than you've got. Okay, that's kind of the bottom line.
Right.
And when we have credit card debt at such high levels, 25% interest, if you get on that treadmill of buy now, pay later, you're in trouble. Okay,
Yeah.
and now they even have thresholds. You spend $100, they'll allow you to spread that over 3 or 4 payments.
Don't do it.
If you start that, you're going to get in big trouble fast.
Yeah, and the layaways, that's making a comeback too,
Yes.
right?
So all that kind
those
of
are traps.
stuff, they're traps. You got to avoid them. Best way to avoid them is just use a debit card, and you won't get into
You
that
see
problem.
the bottom line. Yeah. Okay. Next up, make kids pay.
Yes.
Gregg,
Okay.
Easier said than done.
I know. We got to do a 180 on this. Okay.
Yes.
We got to let them earn their own money and make their own lists,
Right,
Not just say,
right.
"Here, Mom, here's the list. Why don't you go buy all this stuff with my friends and nephews, or
Guilty.
cousins
Yeah,
or whatever."
okay, yeah.
Like that's a problem. So
Right.
we've got to let them get into this and get their skin in the game, get them working hard, earn some money, and then let them do it.
It reminded
it
me
is
when you said earning money. So my kids have been bugging me to make a lemonade stand, or not me make it, but they do a lemonade stand.
Okay.
Finally, I relented.
Nice.
Zoe made a whopping $42.
Wow.
So, very chintzy, but, people admired her entrepreneurism.
That's amazing.
And so this reminds me, you also teach kids to save,
Yes.
and then there's the spending portion. How would you divvy that up?
So I always say you got to split it up in 3 areas. You got
Okay.
to save and invest a little bit.
Okay.
You've got to share a little bit, literally give it away.
Yes.
And then lastly, spend.
How are you teaching a
That's a
10-year-old to
balanced
invest?
financial approach. We use our app, but you got to teach them once in a while to look into like stocks that they think are cool.
Wow.
I think that's the best way to do it. Because if you're like, all right, everybody sit down, we're going to talk about index funds.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
not
no
going
idea.
to work.
Yeah.
Okay. Let them get involved with something they care about. If they like Teslas, let them invest in Teslas.
Oh,
If they
that's
like
so wild.
Netflix, let them learn how to invest in Netflix. Like that's the kind of thing that'll engage them more.
Okay,
So,
real quick.
okay.
You also say save the date. What do you mean by that?
Save the date. What I mean is make a date out of going and buying this stuff with your kid.
Oh,
okay?
okay.
Hey, we're going to go next Saturday. We're going to go out. We're going to buy some stuff, right?
Okay.
You have your list, and then make them pay for it.
Yeah.
They're going to be paying attention to all these like price tags, right?
Right.
And if you can, milk them for a free lunch.
Oh, that's so funny. Real quick.
Okay.
You say don't goof around with experiences. What do you mean
Yes,
by that? Because a lot of people are torn between experiences versus gifts.
Buy stuff or go on an experience. You've got to be really careful with this. The average cost for a family of 4 to go to Disneyland is like $6,000. If you add in churros for our family, it's $7,000.
Those churros are like $10. Yeah, they're a little pricey.
It's a lot of money. Be careful. You can get kind of sucked into that.
Okay.
Just be careful.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to know, Gregg. Thank you.
You know.
I know it's a lot to teach the kiddos.
It
Rachel,
really is.
and